Assalamu alaikum to you all and welcome back. As always, Abdullah Zbayd with you here, and once again joining us on Break Your Face TV, none other than our good friend Dominic Schober. Dominic, it's been a minute. How are you, man?
Hello, nice to meet you again for a long time,
It
and I
has.
really appreciate that we are having a next conversation. And yeah,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to have you back with us. I've been looking forward to speaking with you ever since the last time we spoke. You've been on a roll since we interviewed you, brother. 2 wins in a row, dominant decision
yeah,
victories. Is this what happens after Break Your Face interviews?
yeah. Actually, really, it was really because the first interview was last year before June, and then 2 wins.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So we're super happy for you, Dom, and we're happy to see that things are going well for you. So well, in fact, that you joined Leon Edwards' team, and we're preparing him in his camp for the Kamaru Usman trilogy fight. Tell us a little bit about that. How did that happen? At what point did you join his camp, and what was it like training with the UFC welterweight champion?
So actually, I did sparring with him before the first fight, before he won the title.
Nice.
I was already in England, in Liverpool, and his training partner, friend, also some kind of coach, Yannick Bahati. He's a sparring partner from Rakic. That's why I know him. And I was in Liverpool, and he saw I'm in England, and he texted me, "Hey, Dom, you wanna come over to Birmingham because Leon have left 3, 4 sparrings, and you wanna spar with him?" I was like, "What?" So I was like, "Oh yeah, which kind of?" I thought in the beginning he's doing a joke. And of course, bro, I'm coming. And so I get my luggage together in train and was on the way. So I had we had 4 or 5 sparring sessions. Then he won the title, and then I come as of course a little bit closer with him. And now was the case like this. I was there preparing for myself because was supposed to fight on 11th February. Unfortunately, I got sick twice, and my opponent also could not fight. And then Leon asked me if I can come back and be one of the main sparring partner for the title defense. And I said, of course, no. So with pleasure, and was an honor for me, and also did a good work. So now is I'm fixing Team Edwards, and was very hard weeks to be honest, also, but was cannot explain how it's like. I said like everyone is cooking with water, but it's like the details and the mental stuff and how how they look at the things, how the training sometimes is like nothing really super special. It's like the small things makes the difference. And him as it's also him as a person. He how he goes on the sport, how he goes on the techniques, how he goes on training, how also outside of the training he he really deserves it, everything what he has now, and even more because like with his story and everything. And it was very nice for me to be part of it, be one of the main guys who was every day with him and also in the fight there. So I'm really great and thankful for this, and I improved a lot as well too. So was a very good, was very good.
Yeah, that's very very cool. You know, it's funny. I saw the post on your Instagram, and one day I had UFC Embedded playing on my phone. I was creating a post for this
Yeah.
account. I wasn't looking at the screen, and then I hear this voice. I'm like, wait a minute. You know, I know that voice. I look at the screen. Lo and behold, it's Mr. Dom Schober on UFC Embedded. Was that distracting at all for you, having those cameras around while working with Leon? I mean, obviously they're not there 24 hours, but there are times where they are there. What was that experience like?
Actually, to be honest, I like it. So is was nothing weird for me or anything else. So it was it was by accident. So the guy who is filming this embedded, so I was not expecting that they filming me or something or interviewing or anything
Okay.
else. He asked me then. So there was the last 2 weeks. He was every second day or every third day here. And it's in general a lot going on in Birmingham there, because they have a lot of good guys. There's Arnold Allen there, Jay Herbert, which is really, really good too. And Fabian now, Leon's brother, he's fighting against Musashi on Bellator. It's also a beast. And so the energy in the gym there, and how the guys go. And also Jake Hadley as well, was, yeah, you feel it there, the energy. So these guys, they are really on fire since a couple of years, and was very nice.
Exciting stuff. Obviously, while you were part of that camp, you mentioned you also picked up some different skills and techniques along the way. Hopefully we can see something on display in your upcoming fight at Oktagon 42. Dom, this is the third organization you fight for in as many fights. Tell us a little bit about that, from Soko Fighting Championship to Cage Fight Series and now Oktagon. What goes into your decision on where to fight and which organizations to fight for? Obviously, there's the financial aspect, but why Oktagon this time around, and what played a part in that decision?
To be honest, I never planned to leave Brave. I wanted to stay there. Unfortunately, the first fight against Phil Horst was the better one. Cannot say anything. The second was when I had this cut and the doctor stopped the fight. So this still pissed me a little bit, because this fight I would win. I was on winning, so I was fit, and yeah, doesn't matter. Then the last fight against Chad Honeycomb, I could not really show anything, because the first round we just looked a little bit, we had some exchanges, and then in the second he did a very good planned kick, and I broke this bone over the calf and under the knee. I don't know how to call it in English. So I was also out of there. But then they said they give me a chance. To be honest, actually, I don't know what was happened then, really. If it was the management not talking with them, or they said something, I don't know. But yeah, then I realized, okay, I cannot wait anymore, and I don't want to wait. I want to stay active and do some. And yeah, then it was by accident I got to Soko, and then I just tried to come back after 4 losses and to get new opportunities. And then Oktagon is going very big now in Europe. Also, they have the Czech, the Slovakian market, and now Germany. They go England, Ireland as well. So, and they're getting very big. And with Oktagon is the story like this. They had 2021. There was 3 times guys pulling out one day, or even one time the same day at the fight. And all 3 times they asked me, and I said all 3 times, yes, I'm coming. And then then was with all of that guys, then it was not happen. And which was also with one very good, with Christian Jungwirth, the Celt, because his opponent also pulled out. I say, yeah, I come, but I was 90 kilos, and it was one day before the fight. I mean, he was 86 then on fight day, and they said, they was preparing for another one, and understand and respect completely the decision, completely. And after that, I got very good friends with him. So Oktagon realized I'm good friends with Christian. I helped him a couple times. I cornered him as well also. And yeah, then we come in contact with them, and then they did the contract with me. And yeah.
Nice. And this fight, of course, on the 29th of April, less than a week away now, you'll be facing an English fighter named James Lewis, an 8-4 record. On paper, at least, it seems like he's quite a challenge. 2 of his wins by KO or TKO, 5 by submission, leaving only 1 by decision. Obviously, this guy has some ground game. Is that something you hope to avoid? Tell us about your expectations for the fight and a little bit more about your opponent.
He fought a teammate of mine, the last fight, Selim Topos. I'm not sure with him, to be honest, because in the last fight I saw after 40, 50 seconds, he started to breathe. Also, like hard breathing. I don't know. also the other fights, I searched on YouTube and everything, and I know he's coming from a wrestling grappling gym, so he's purple belt as well, so he should be good there. But he also have, I mean, it's MMA, it can everything happen. So myself also, but he also have losses with submission, and to be honest, I have the feeling he tried to put everything the first 2, 3, 4 minutes. That's why also the finishes, and if not, let's see. Because the longer the fight goes, the better for me always. And is with me, I changed my fighting style completely. So before, took always a little bit time to come in the fight. Right now, I'm his first, second I'm on, and we'll see. They said he's a striker, but I don't. So he's everywhere good. But I see him more as a wrestler grappler. So I think he will try to get the fight on the ground. And yeah, I'm prepared for everything. So I do anyway. I'm looking the guys which I'm fighting, because everyone have his like special moves or some things. So I try to be prepared for 2, 3 things, but in general, I do my thing, and I want to put my how to say yeah, I put my work on, and the opponents have to come have to go like I want it. So I'm not looking too much, and yeah.
We're looking forward to it, Dom. You know, the first time you joined us for an interview, we addressed a bit of a challenging time in your career. You just spoke about it as well, with a few fights not going the way you had hoped or expected when you were at Brave. Then you started training in Dubai with our good friend and Brave double champ, Mohammed Fakhreddin. That was before your fight versus Artur's, I believe. And then just a year later, excuse me, here we are talking about how you could possibly be extending your win streak to 3 in a row. What do you believe was the biggest change from that difficult time in your career till now? How did you manage to turn things around?
Mo was a really big part, because it's always like, it doesn't matter if you are self-confident or not. If you have some losses, even if it's close losses or not, a loss is a loss, and of course you start questioning yourself sometimes. But this I had in the past also, so it's like, and it's the game. But like when I was in Dubai with Mo, training for the fight in Soko, he find a way to make me more open for the whole game. Also he changed a little bit my style, couple small things, and after that, I was not so closed anymore. So under my pressure, I put always a lot of pressure on myself, but a healthy pressure. And before, I guess I wanted a little bit too much. I was too much. I need to, I must, and blah, 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 and this and that. Actually, that's not my personality. That's not my character. So I'm more a free character. And this I got really, this was also in the beginning of my career. I really enjoyed everything. So even the weight cuts and this stuff. And then after a couple things, I lost a little bit to enjoy it, and this I got completely back with Mo, and also like I said, the fighting style, we changed a couple things, this that, and since that things are working. And it's always the best I said, you need always good guys or a team around you, but at the end of the day, you stay alone in the cage, you fight alone. So you need to take things by yourself as well, that because you are responsible. I never will say if you win or you lose a fight, is you have guys around, they're helping you, they really support you, they're doing it by heart, and you need to respect and appreciate it a lot. But at the end of the day, it's yourself. and this was in the last time a big part, because I treat myself more more to learn everything a little bit also by myself, to make myself, to of course listen to other people, but after someone is telling you something or someone explain you some techniques or this and that, before I just listen, okay, I try, okay, it's good or it's not good. It's like now I'm listen, I try, and then I do it in my way, how I feel good with it or not, because it's like different body types, different views, you know, and this was working out very, very good, and this I want to show now, and yeah.
We're glad to see that working for you. We look forward to seeing you continue in your winning ways. Is there any chance we'll be seeing you training in the Middle East again, by the way?
Yes, sure. I'm in general with Mohammed always in contact, and I like it there. So actually, I planned to go to him, but then I was going to Birmingham. So, but I 100% I will this year, or maybe beginning of next year, I will go there again, because I really like, and also the people. So the sport has a little bit more value there as well. So it's very nice there.
We hope to welcome you here again, and we hope to meet you finally. Before we sign off, Dom, we have just one more question. Being just days away from stepping into the cage, I'm guessing the fight before the fight has already begun or is about to. Do you have a big weight cut ahead of you?
Yeah. It's like I have till Friday 11.5 kilos, something like this.
Oh, wow.
The good thing is I'm used to. But it's always, even if you just have 2 kilos, it's always like, oh. But
of course.
But right now, but it's part of the game, you know, and it's the most is mental thing. The body's always, anyway, the more you fit, and to be honest, right now I could fight 5 rounds, to be honest.
That's good. What do you look forward to eating as soon as you're done your weight cut or after the fight? What's the first thing you want to have?
Schnitzel and pizza. Schnitzel, you don't know. I think it's a traditional Austrian meal. But yeah.
Enjoy.
But
enjoy. We hope. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, no, good.
I was saying we hope you enjoy that meal. We wish you safety and health throughout the weight cut and, of course, the fight. Dom, it's such a pleasure to speak with you once again. The 29th of April, Dominic Schober versus James Lewis at Oktagon 42. We look forward to watching it. Big thanks for your time, brother, and we can't wait to see you kick some ass, or maybe more appropriately, break his face.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it that you take time always, and what you do for the whole scene. This interview helps a lot, and can't wait to fight next week. And actually, my fight is free on YouTube, so I hope you all guys watching it.
Definitely. We'll post the link then. We'll definitely post the link the day of the fight, and make sure everybody's watching it.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thanks again, Dom.
Thank you very much.